Hey, Viking fans, this is a reaction video to ESPN and Mel Kiper's draft grade about the Minnesota Vikings. Next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure, just go down, hit like for sure, subscribe, leave a comment. That's how the channel grows. That's how the message gets out there. We need more Minnesota content, not less. Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate it. Help me hook smash the YouTube algorithms. All right. Mel Kiper gave us some draft grades, but first of all, I'm going to recap who we drafted and just give you some thoughts tonight, Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. We're going, me, Johnny, and a special guest are going to do a draft recap. I'm just going to give you some short thoughts because really this video is about my reaction to Mel Kiper's grade. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's talk about our first pick, Jordan Addison. So right after this, the next team took Deonte Banks, who I absolutely love. Jordan Addison, I didn't do a lot of work on because it was told he's going to go higher. You know, like he wouldn't get to us. However, there was a couple people that actually mocked him to us, so I should have paid more attention. I did watch a video. I did watch videos on him. I did, so I did know what he was like. He was, in my first thoughts was he's an amazing route runner. I did not like his size, and I didn't like his hand size either. Someone says he drops balls, but then someone says he's a natural pass catcher. He thinks he's a natural pass catcher. What I don't see is 50-50 balls. He is fairly athletic, you know, and he runs faster than his 40 time would tell you. He was really disappointed that he ran I think it was a 4.49. He is better than that. He is definitely better than that. But his route runner, you know, some compared him to a young Adam Thielen. I had mentioned that he actually more digs to me, but Thielen makes sense because his route running mirrors what Thielen was in a younger age. Thielen was amazing. I did unfortunately have to agree with people that Thielen lost a step because I watched old tape of him and then I compared to what I was looking at now, and it was different. It was night and day. It was a big drop off. Still can catch the ball though. Still a good route runner. Just doesn't get as much separation. Jordan Addison, we had the luxury of not playing him in his 4th year, but his 1st year. So this guy is going to have a long career of just putting guys on skates. He embarrasses defensive backs. He does. And I think we got a good one. He has got great balance too. He's not the easiest guy to bring down. You got to bring him down. It's not like he breaks tackles. It's just that people think they have him down and they don't. But he catches the ball, he runs routes. So that's my thoughts on him. I'll go into what I would rather do tonight on the show, but it was a good pick. It was a good pick. I wanted a receiver. I also wanted, you know, a top defensive player. So we for sure got our number 2 now. We've checked that box, and it feels good, man. It feels good. MEKHI BLACKMON, had no idea who this guy was. I'm not gonna. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this full time, so I do have limited time to go look at players. He wasn't even in the NFL.com top 200. He was 40th ranked cornerback in NFL.com, and ESPN had him 30th and ranked like in the low 200s. So as a possibly not to get drafted according to them. But then you watch the video and then you hear about what people talk about him, and then you find out PFF graded him, and you're like, what? Where was the disconnect between the media telling us, hey, these are the players to look at, and a Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah taking this guy in the third round. Well, Mekhi Blackmon is a dog. He has dog in him. He gets after cornerbacks. He makes her life or receivers makes her life a living hell out there. He and Jordan Addison paired up all the time in practice. Mekhi Blackmon wanted all the smoke in practice. That is what you want to see. We got good character, hardworking dudes that are going to come in and practice and take that onto the field. And so you'll see people not like this pick. And hey, why not? You know, it was people might look at it and think it's a reach, but I'd compare him to some like the top guys and say he's more advanced than them. He does have the ability, like I thought Deontay Banks has. He's just less refined. So getting a Deontay Banks in the fourth round makes me feel good. He's good. He's a good player, solid player. Maybe we could have got him later, maybe not. But I give credit to Kwesi of being there. Uh, Trent Simpson just got taken right before us. If we took that, I would have been dancing in the streets. Trenton Simpson falling to the third round, but I give him credit. He traded out, got the extra picks, and then got the guy that they love. All right. So I feel good about that. Jay Ward, he's a jack of all trades. They talk about his leadership ability. He does have some, you know, warts, some faults to him, but I hear he's a great special teams player. So these are the kind of guys you need to fill a need. I wasn't looking safety in this draft. God knows I'm looking for defensive tackle. And right now, at this point, I said to some of my colleagues, hey, we have the skinniest draft. We had the skinniest draft picks in the draft with these three dudes. They're not big dudes, they're skinny. And we got the skinniest draft class in the league. But I hear good things about Jay Ward, another character guy, another hard worker, one of those guys that they say is the heart of the defense. Like they said, Lewis Cine was. We do got a pretty deep safety class now, or safety draft room now. Yeah, we'll see who comes out of it. But hey, this guy's going to contribute. Finally, we put some beef on the team. He's about 305 pounds, 6'3". Not explosive player, but a guy that's really hard to move. And if he could come in and play nose tackle for us, line up on the center, make that guy have a trouble, push that pocket back. That's what I'm looking for. We'll see. He's shown some ability to do that in college. Let's see if it translates to the NFL. He's not a 330 guy. He's not a huge guy, but he's not the super athletics, just penetration guy. We'll see. We'll see. I did like what little I've seen of him so far. We'll talk more about that tonight. Jaren Hall, I had him as, I want to say, the seventh quarterback. We drafted him later than that. I like it. I like him. He has running ability. He's athletic. He throws a nice ball, a nice catchable ball. People are worried about his arm strength, where he can, throw it between coverage. Thread the needle. That's out on him. Who knows? But if you want a guy that throws a good deep ball, take chances, throws guys open, throws back shoulder throws, is got good vision when he's running the ball. The guy knows which hole to go to. He's very good. They have design runs for him, but he's not a run first guy. He's compared to other short quarterbacks, right? But he might be more athletic than one. Like a Drew Brees, he's more that athletic than. But he's a little bit taller than a Russell Wilson, and I would say a better forward runner. Russell Wilson's probably the best scrambler out of the three guys I'm just talking about. But getting in the fifth round with potential to be a guy like a Drew Brees or be a guy like a Russell Wilson, um, hopefully, I think that could potentially be his ceiling because he is a very intelligent dude. He's a leader. He's athletic ability. He can overcome certain things. Arms strong enough. I just mental acuity. He seems present. Yeah, he knows the gravity of the situation. I really liked him. The only thing kept him from being like fifth quarterback, and some people had him as a fifth quarterback in this draft. Some guys. Um, but he fell to 11th quarterback to us. This is a this is might be my potential steal as far as, I'll look more at it, but this might be my potential steal because I did like him that much. I had him 7th, right? And I probably would have had him higher if he was taller. That's all I got to say. DeWayne McBride, um Johnny Football brought this guy up. This is the guy who got drafted from his list of 10, 12 um, players, and I liked him. He picked it. I'm like UAB, huh? There was some solid tape on this guy. He's got like 2 catches though, so who knows? He might be just a bowling ball out there. He's hard to bring down. I guess he squats like 500 pounds. This guy is a bowling ball tough runner. He's gonna be short yardage, get it. He's gonna be hard to bring down. He says he doesn't like to get tackled. That's why he's able to break a lot of tackles. They say he had like one of the best yards after contact in the college football FBS. Um, he's a solid running back, and if Dalvin Cook's gone, this is just another guy that's gonna compete. Maybe not, maybe take over. Maybe Kenny Nwangu is just a kick returner kind of thing. Because I do love Ty Chandler, and Alexander Madison is gonna have the starting job, right? But this guy can play, man. This guy can play. Remember Boone? He could play too. This guy is I think, a better running back than Boone. I like him. We'll see. We'll see if he can develop some ability to catch, and who knows what his blocking is. This guy could stick around the league. I like him. He's good to have. Good to have in this room. And he fell, man. He was ranked like 140th. This guy fell all the way to the last round, 7th round. So this may also be our best value. Running backs just aren't valued as much anymore. It's kind of crazy. So Ray, the reason why we're here is Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper gave us our grade. I think he's fair. The Blackman pick kind of throws people off. So yeah, but people like him. They had raved about him on the draft show I watched and was listening to. I think it was NFL.com. Listening on the radio, and then I was also looking at their video they put out on the app. They were raving about him, raving about Blackman. So let's pull up Mel Kiper's write up. He said top needs entering the draft for cornerback, QB, wide receiver, guard, D tackle. Let's talk about that. Cornerback, sure. D tackle is our number one. D tackle is our number one. Cornerback, definitely. Wide receiver, I think, was our third. Guard, for the future, because we need a guard, a real solid guard. We didn't draft one, so we'll see. We'll get into the UDFA some other time. The Vikings got just 2 defensive snaps from rookie safety Lewis Cine last year, first round pick, and they entered the draft without a second rounder because it was dealt for the tight end TJ Hawkinson last fall. So while I thought for a little bit on Thursday that they might go for quarterback Will Levis at number 23, they opted for a prospect who can make an immediate impact. Jordan Addison will fit well at number 2 wideout behind Justin Jefferson. Addison can run any route, and he can line up all across the formation. He just knows how to get open. I have a B+ on Addison pick because maybe we need it. There were so many good defensive players out there, but if Blackman comes through, I'll switch the name. I'll switch it to an A of some kind. Because I like looking at Jordan Addison. He is the guy we needed as our number 2 receiver. I wish he was taller. She had bigger hands, but route running and getting open is far outweighs height and hands to me. Well, he has good enough hands to be an NFL receiver, so I'm not too worried about him. Minnesota went back to USC for cornerback MEKHI BLACKMON at 102 in round 3. I had that one as a little bit of a reach with better corners on the board. I like defensive tack. We'll see better cornerbacks on the board. Just more well known. I don't know if there's better. It could be. Ringo fell. Porter Jr. I think went earlier. But yeah, there was some guys. A guy out of Purdue, I think Trace. That I was like, hey, he's big. But then we went with the little skinny guy. I don't know. We'll see. I like defensive tackle Jaquelin. I think that's how you say it. Jaquelin from Keenan and Peele. Jaquelin Roy in round 5. He can be solid nose tackle. I don't see NFL starter traits for quarterback Jaren Hall. I do. I do. But he was extremely productive over the past 2 years. Very true. It's like 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,100 yards. He's legit, and he can run. I never mind a day 3 quarterback selection too much. Running back DEWAYNE McBride, 222 is my favorite selection for Minnesota. He is a top 100 prospect on my board. So Mel Kiper had our 7th round pick. Our 7th round pick as a top 100 prospect on his board. Top 100. Some people had 140. Top 100 prospect on the board. He averaged 155.7 rushing yards per game last season. That's ridiculous. He can break tackles in the open field. He isn't likely to be a 3rd down back as a rookie, but he's a natural once he gets the ball. This is a small class, but Addison fills a massive need. I'm just curious to see how much BLACKMON can play as a rookie because Minnesota has available snaps for him. Okay, so yeah, BLACKMON, where is he gonna start? But he definitely fills in a potential rotation. We have had injuries at corner. That slot corner is up for grabs. You got Andrew Jr., you got BLACKMON fighting for that. Murphy can come in and play the slot, and one of the guys I just mentioned could go play the outside. A lot of things could happen. We have flexibility for the first time at corner, and I'm pretty happy about it. I like our corner class. I like our corner group. I don't think it's elite, but I think it's above average. I think it's above average, and I just want above average defense for this team because our offense is going to be sick. It's going to be sick. All right, guys. My final thoughts on this, man. My final thoughts. I like this draft class. Oh yeah, I did. This is what Mel Kiper gave us. He gave us a B. So I'll take that. I'll take it because it's not a sexy draft. We didn't get some big names. We got some we got workers. We got worker bees on this team, man. We got some guys with fight in them. We got character guys. We got leaders, and that's what Kwesi's been looking for, and that's what he's been getting. And he loves his players, and he gets them. And you got to think that he's not picking a guy. He's not desperate. He's falling back. He's like, hey, I'm gonna get some extra picks. We only drafted 6 guys, but we gained a pick or 2. I don't know. I got to look at it next year. We needed picks for next year. We need to be able to maneuver, and I think he did a good job in this draft. B is fair. B is a fair grade. If there's some guys that fell that I loved, and I would have liked taking, and I would have been like, hey, this is A+ draft. We got these guys. But hey, they got their guys, and they got some good ones, and they did fill needs in this draft, and that was pretty impressive that the balance it did. We didn't draft any offensive linemen, but hey, we got the first time having the same starters back 2 years in a row playing the same position, so that's amazing. All right, that's it, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Help me Hulk smash the YouTube algorithms. Let's go. Cue the music.